This episode of the Pain Game podcast is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. This is my champion, Gaelic. A handsome man, like myself, masculine but also comfortable with his feminine side. Special moves include the cross slash. We've also got this lovely lady right here. Her skills include the double shot and a rain of arrows. She squirts all those arrows all over you. So I hear you asking, Brian, we've heard a lot about Raid. Everyone's done a Raid ad read. At this point, what's new? Well, I'm glad you asked. This month, Raid just introduced a huge new Doom Tower update. There are two big new bosses to take on, along with new enemy balance on tower floors and new secret rooms to discover. God only knows what goes on inside those rooms. Have a look, but knock, just to be clear, because you never know, you might be interrupting something. And if that's not enough, this whole month is packed with awesome events and tournaments. This is amazing for new players. If there's ever a time to start playing Raid Shadow Legends, it's now, because you don't want to miss this. If you want an even bigger head start, all you have to do is click the link in the description below or scan the QR code, which is right here. New players will get an epic hero known as Chonaru, and with that, you'll get 200k silver, 1 XP boost, and 1 energy refill. You will get an ancient shard, which means you can summon a champion as soon as you're in the game. Look at this champion you'll get for free. Can you believe that? You will also get extra rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days only. It's that easy. Just click the link in the description and I'll see you in the game. But for now, enjoy the podcast.
At one time I was homeless. Instead of going home every night, there was no home to go to.
Life at home was very difficult. I grew up being abused.
I lost my belt. I lost respect. I embarrassed my family.
My vision was pretty much non-existent. I was able to just about scrape by the medicals.
When I come out, I have supreme confidence, but I'm scared to death. I'm afraid of everything.
I didn't care about living, I just wanted to die. I got up and I felt the weight of the world was lifted off my shoulders. I knew I was going to make a comeback.
Fighting, this was designed for me. This is what makes us who we are.
I'm the best!
Who the fuck is that?
I'm so far ahead of this game. My dream, my vision for myself is to be the greatest martial artist to ever live.
I have always been a fighter. There is nothing I do better in this life than fighting. There ain't never been a man that could better me. I was born to do this.
Nobody can get close. I'm the best fighter in the world. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been.
Welcome back to the #1 fight podcast. It's the Pain Game. It's my name.
Oh, that's what it's called?
The Pain Game podcast.
Cool.
Yeah.
Will I be in pain by the end of it?
Well, we're going to watch you in pain. That's sort
Cool.
of... There's a bit of a different one, because obviously I haven't seen Logan since the Mayweather fight properly to sit down and talk about it. Obviously I seen you when you interviewed KSI here, but we also got to catch up a bit about Jake, a bit about what's happening in fighting. We're going to watch Logan's fight with Floyd Mayweather and get some reactions of what you were thinking about as you were in there with Floyd. I don't usually get to ask one of my mates what it's like to hit Floyd.
Bro, I've not watched the fight back, Geordie.
Really?
I have not watched the fight back, not a complete round. I've seen highlights. I've been waiting to watch it with my coach Milton, but we just haven't been able to link up.
I'm a bit more of a boxing brain than Milton, to be honest.
Yeah,
so
no,
I think I could give you better insight. I'm joking. Don't hit me.
Really
we got him falling asleep on the vlog.
Yeah, he's always sleeping.
No, but he did a really good breakdown of his style with a guy from the north of England, Tony Jeffries, Olympic boxer.
Yep,
And he explained exactly a lot of the benefits of fighting with your hands down and the reasons behind that.
100%.
It was fascinating stuff.
100%.
He really came across well in that.
Yeah. I'm glad we're doing this, bro.
Yeah.
You asked me to do it last time. I was like, I'm waiting for Milton. You asked me today. Let's do it.
All right.
Because if not now, then never.
There you go, bro. Well, you haven't uploaded to the main channel since the fight.
Yeah.
Your last video is my final words to Floyd.
Those might have been my final words on YouTube.
What have you been?
Been
Getting lazy?
Not quite.
No, you're making money elsewhere.
I'm always working.
I know you
I'm
are.
always working, bro. I'm always working.
I know you are. All right, we're going to watch a little bit of the Jake highlights first, because you are literally ringside with your phone out, screaming at Woodley. Yeah. How did you see this fight when you were watching it live?
I was screaming a lot. I also was like fucking with Tyron.
I could tell.
Yeah, I said some fucked up shit, bro.
Yeah,
I screamed at him. I said, Tyron, you were the worst guest on Impulsive. Fact. Jake said that was the one thing he heard me say.
Yeah.
Out of all the things I said.
You really were in his head a little bit as well, but obviously
I can't. believe how much Tyron sucks.
I mean, you say that, but he did catch Jake with this shot right here.
Yeah.
What was that like for you in that moment?
Okay.
Oh, so there's you in the bottom corner
Dog,
there. Is
I
it?
was under Jake. His butt was this close to my face, dude. I was under him. And it was scary because I couldn't really see the shot. It was right, Jake was blocking me, and he like fell, and I was like, oh fuck, is this it? Like, is this the end of Jake Paul? Because when he goes to fight, that's what I'm concerned about. I'm like, what? Like, everyone wants him to fall. Like, are they going to see it tonight? Is this it? Is this happening now?
That's why people are buying a lot of these pay-per-views.
Yeah.
They want him to lose.
Yeah, it was horrifying. That sucks.
He recovered well though.
He's tough as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
The kid's. I mean, his head is bigger than yours.
He's got a big head for a guy smaller than me.
Yeah.
For real.
Big head on that.
Okay. Tyron couldn't close the show, and Jake immediately showed he was still with it, and he was enjoying it regardless.
Yeah. So this is why they call him the frozen one, Woodley. Tyron the frozen one, because he froze. He had him.
This was an interesting moment, where he's trying to close the show. And Jake seems to land a good shot on him here. And then he falls into him. Now, a lot of people said you did that to Floyd, but you didn't. This was a genuine falling into the guy.
Yeah.
And I don't think Jake got a lot of praise for that shot right there.
Bro, Tyron got wobbled.
Yeah.
Watch his feet. This is a wobble. That is a wobble.
Yeah.
And he fell, and Jay caught him.
Mm-hmm.
I did not get wobbled with Floyd.
Exactly.
Tyron, the frozen one, Woodley. He had it all, and he blew it.
Yeah.
You know what boxing is, bro? It's acting. So when you get hit with a good shot, you pretend like it's not. And Woodley bought Jake's acting. He stuck his tongue out after he hit him with a hard shot, like it was nothing.
The output of Jake was far more impressive than Woodley's. Woodley was so slow to get going.
But most of his fights are like that.
Yeah, I thought that's why he would lose, to be honest. When I did my breakdown, I said he just doesn't throw enough punches to translate from an MMA fighter into a boxer. Because you can't just look for that one big shot when you haven't got the 4-ounce gloves on.
Yeah.
You got to really put some work in to earn the win.
And you know what I realized about Woodley? I do have to give him credit. He's tough as fuck, dude.
Oh, yeah.
He's tough.
I think Jake gave him respect in the footwork. Jake was on his bike a lot.
Yeah.
And he was moving a bit more like you, actually, in terms of, circling away from the power shot and trying to be a smart fighter instead of just a destroyer, which is what he'd been in every fight but before now.
It's so interesting to see from this angle, because I was ringside and I haven't watched his fight. Definitely looks way more intense here, to be honest.
Yeah.
By the way, bro, split decision my fucking ass. It actually disgusts me that boxing is in a state where 3 different judges have 3 different opinions watching the same fucking fight. Those are the experts?
Mate, it was embarrassing.
And y'all are that far off?
No, but there's something about this that just doesn't add up, because I had 2 pro boxers watching the stream with us, and an MMA expert, and everyone in the room was torn between 1 or 2 rounds for Woodley, maybe, if you're being generous, 3.
Yep.
Not one of us said that this was even a close fight. When we heard split decision, I thought there's some bullshit going on here. This doesn't make sense.
Jake said it a long time ago. He kind of got a little backlash. He said boxing's rigged. I don't know, like, if it is or if it isn't, but
not all boxing, but surely a lot of it is.
There's definitely some BTS shit going on that's definitely not cool, because it ruins the magic of the sport.
I want to give credit to Showtime. Actually, they made a amazing video where you can see everything you're saying in the fight. You want to see some of that?
Yeah.
This is one of the best, in-fight edits I've ever watched, to be honest.
Really?
It's stunningly
Did they keep
good.
in the good stuff, bro?
Oh, this is where you really see the impact that you're having on the fight, actually, because it cuts to you a lot. What was it like being back home in Cleveland for you guys?
The coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
One of the most special weekends of my life, dude.
Coming out to Machine Gun Kelly.
It is surreal, dude. My brother sold out an arena in his hometown.
Fantastic.
What?
Come on, baby, come on.
He biting.
Yeah, he was reacting to everything Jake did.
Yeah, the feints were working well.
Bro, feints are,
that combination was beautiful as well.
That was the first one I saw him start to unload.
Yeah. I felt like you were putting the full stop on every combo. That when you were saying all that, it was like, when you hear someone celebrating your wins that much at ringside, it can only help you in there.
That's why too.
Yeah.
And he's
Tyron, you lost me 20k. He literally did lose you 20
He lost
grand.
me 20K.
Because you bet on him for that fight after
He
Impulsive.
swore he was gonna win
Against Usman, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I didn't, and I did no research on Usman. I had
Usman
never heard
mopped
of
the
him.
floor with him.
Mopped everyone since.
Yeah.
Woodley throwing only 6 punches in the first round.
6 punches in the first round by Woodley.
That's ridiculous.
We got through the first round. It's done now. Now we're ready to go.
I like BJ Flores. He really seems to be a good influence on him.
Yeah, he really is.
Jake Paul. I'm official scorekeeper. Get that back.
The fact that you're still performing while your brother is in the ring is amazing.
I was talking to the scorekeeper next to me after the round. I'd be like, "Who'd you give that one to?" He goes, "I can't focus if you're." I'm like, shut up, bro. That wasn't even close.
This has never happened in boxing, surely. and Jake basically answered all the doubters in one round. He is for real. He is here.
Yeah.
And this is not going to be no Woodley walkover as some people were suggesting.
Yeah, no.
Because I was tweeting out, Jake's going to win. I did a whole breakdown real quick, 1 minute, why Jake's going to win. And I was getting people tweeting me like, how could anyone think Jake Paul can beat a pro fighter?
You'd have to be a moron to think Tyron was going to win that fight. I'm not kidding. There wasn't a fucking ounce of a chance. There just wasn't.
And the great thing about this is, I do think Jake learned a lot in going that 8 rounds, because you've had long fights before. You've had to dig deep. You know where you have to go to do that.
Yep.
But when you've got the power that Jake has and the opponents that Jake's had, he's never really had to do that. So I think this can only help him, really.
Yeah. It's so funny. Everyone has an opinion about the fight game, but unless you know the fight game, it's all good. Opinions are cool and stuff, but bro, Tyron, it was over before he walked in the ring, unfortunately for him. His age, his inability to actually box, Jake's hunger, it's a wrap.
I felt that.
Round. That's 2 rounds with Jake Paul. Fact.
Is that right in the ear of the score guy?
No. I wish they kept that in, dude.
So that right to the body, left hand upstairs has been the money combo for Paul.
Yeah, baby. That's a no.
It's wild, and it's seeing family members just root for the downfall of the other guy so badly. Yeah, I've seen the most kind-hearted people just turn into cruel bastards when they've got a family member in there.
Yep.
I've seen you cracking onto one of the ring girls. Any joy?
Oh, bro. Yeah. Yeah, that went a little viral.
Yeah. Jake is super keen on Julia, huh?
They're in love, dude.
Bro, I seen on your podcast when he was like, I'll put a fucking house on a ring.
He did.
He
did,
Jesus.
dude. Yeah, they're in love. It's disgusting.
Oh, this is the big shot right here.
Look, I was under him.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Fuck. That did feel like the moment when we were watching it, or you're like, oh, fuck.
It did. I mean, it was. It was the one moment that he had a shot and he fucking blew it.
Yeah. But that jab in return and that right hand.
A jab is a good reset.
Oh, 100%.
A flush jab is a fucking fantastic reset.
Yeah.
And he got him.
Yeah, that alone could have just been enough to get Tyron to go, okay, he's still dangerous.
Yep. Because, also Tyron's made that mistake before.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's wobbled someone and he goes for a kill shot and he got fucking
in that
dropped.
last fight, he was fighting like a crazy bastard before in his final UFC fight, and he hurt the guy, but the other guy just dug deep and got him out of there.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to get hit, dude.
No, that's the problem. He's not willing to risk enough to get the win, whereas Jake is, in my opinion. But I think Jake knew he was outboxing him so that he didn't have to risk it.
Yeah.
So then the onus is on the guy who's getting pissed up, isn't it? And that's been Tyron's problem against Colby, Usman. He knows he has to risk getting knocked out, but he isn't willing to go there. Mm-hmm. And that's a mental thing, I think, at that age that he's at. He's just not willing to sacrifice. Yeah. That left hook is a solid left hook from Jake.
Jake's got a good check hook.
I like it.
Paul's body language speaks volumes.
If you see a guy doing that to you, you know you're going to have to knock him out.
Look at this guy. Look at this dude's fucking eyes right now. That's a crazy person,
100%.
Dude. That's a wild man, dude.
Tyron, this is where Tyron needs to get that respect. Boom, bitch, boom.
Bro, I'm a fighter too. I'm fucking combative,
I love it, man. I love it.
This is our fight. Now I want you to slow it down. Slow it down. We can slow it down. We can do this all day, baby.
That's the only thing I was worried about was this gas tank. But
I was I'm not worried. I just wanted to see.
Yeah.
You know, because I see him conditioning and training and shit. And
I guess it's that not knowing, isn't it? Like first time in a fight where there's another guy who is a legit world champion chasing you down. Can you keep that pace up? And one of the little mistakes I think he made is his footwork. Like early on, he was really on his bike, like almost doing a little too much.
Yep.
if your woman's screaming that out, that's a good woman, right?
Hell
there.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The rest of your life.
Yeah, Julia's the best, especially for Jake.
Yeah, they seem a good team. He's playing the
Matador.
It's
the Matador.
As the bull chases him down.
The bull lost.
Yeah.
That's a wrap. Fuck out of here, bro.
Okay, let's go on to your fight, bro, because this is one I've been wanting to watch with you since the day it happened.
I've been wanting to watch it since the day it happened. I've never seen this in full production like this.
Okay, here he comes,
bro. This walkout was everything to me. I'm even getting goosebumps just thinking about it now. It makes me emotional a little bit. Oh man, it's like making me emotional.
I love the robe, by the way, bro.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I love
amazing.
I love the soundtrack. From now on, from The Greatest Showman, a story that rings true and I can relate to in my life. And by the way, one of the greatest musicals ever. I love this song. I love what it meant. It was playing in the background. It's not like a fight walkout song. It's not a hip hop song. It's it's a musical
it's
song.
It's about what it means to you.
Exactly. Though. And bro, every time I listen to this song, it's like, it's anthemic. It's melodic. There's cheers, there's chants, there's screams, there's people learning from their mistakes and believing in what they can do. And I'm walking out there in front of my friends, my family, with my lucky charm around my neck. You know,
against the greatest fighter of all time.
Everything about this is just impossible.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's happening is like, you see me smiling and shit. This is nuts.
That made me feel great watching you go out.
Thank you,
Knowing
bro.
that you were smiling, I thought, this is not the Logan we've seen before. He's enjoying this, and that's what matters.
It was the mistake I made my first 2 fights with KS. I wasn't having fun.
Yeah.
But when I'm having fun, I won't be beat. If I'm smiling, I'm laughing.
That gave me all the faith and all the confidence. I was like, okay, he's feeling good. That's all we want.
Just 100% me, bro. I'm a fucking goofball, but I'm also a badass. And when I live in that space and I can just like stay grounded and talk to my manager, have some fun. You see me walking around the ring just like talking to Leonard, Floyd's guy, like the guy with the mic. I was just having conversations and
going back to the Showman, on the podcast we did here where you were about to fight JJ the second time, you said the goal is to be the best showman in the game.
Yeah.
Like The Rock, for example.
Yeah.
And when you were going out, I'm like, fuck me. This shit is happening.
Yeah.
It's materializing. Like, this is all part of it.
It was crazy. It was, my whole life, my goal was to be the biggest entertainer in the world. And this night I definitely was.
Oh, yeah. You were the talk of the whole entire game, man. The fight game, entertainment game, everything. And here he is.
It's crazy. It's crazy to see your goals manifest in a way that, that's fucking Floyd Mayweather, dude. What the fuck happened? Yo, I fought Floyd Mayweather.
mate, I was sitting watching. Like, I remember when they first announced this, and then it's like, but to see it, it's like, whoa, the fuck is he doing now,
bro? It's why at the end I said, I was like, I don't want anyone to tell me anything's impossible. Like, shut up.
Yeah. Well, it must feel that side of it must have felt satisfying just to get Floyd in the ring with you. It proves you are the fucking winner.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Everyone knew it before the fight started. I had already won. No matter what had happened, I had already won.
You're in the corner. Now is where the real event begins, because you've now got to go out and just survive at the very least. You want to do well, you want to win, but there was no official winner, and you knew if you just looked good, decent even, you've won.
Yeah.
Are you having any of those fears of, oh, what if this guy really hurts me? What's going through your head?
About a month before the fight, Jake came over to my house. It was like midnight. I was like, bro, can I ask you something? He goes, yeah. I was like, if you were fighting Floyd Mayweather, like, what would you do? Because I like, candidly, bro, I'm having major, like, fears about potentially getting knocked out or strung out on the canvas and, being memed for the rest of my life, and it's a scary thought. How can you not think that,
bro?
It's the greatest fighter ever.
Yeah.
And you know why? I got a call that day from someone who watched him spar, and I'm hoping he's like still old and doesn't move as fast. And this dude, very honestly, is like, yo, Floyd made 3 different people quit and bleed today in sparring for 13 hard rounds.
Mm-hmm.
This was a month out. And I was like, holy fuck. That sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if fear was the right word, but for the first time I had hesitation.
Oh, yeah.
About my
That's
ability.
normal, for sure.
It's normal, but I'm not like a normal guy, and it was
So for you,
not normal from abnormal for
you're
me.
freaking out now for the first time.
Yeah, but by the time fight night came around, you
What
could
did
not
Jake
convince.
say when you asked him for that advice?
What did he say?
Did he do the breathing?
No, no. What did he say? I forget.
No,
but it helped. It helped more that I was like just like telling someone.
Just to admit that shows that was the important thing.
Bingo, to one person, bro, and not anyone, right? Because I gotta convince my boy Kevin. I gotta go convince my coach that I can fucking win. But like my brother, I was like, bro, like,
who does the same fight?
Yeah, it's like, this is fucking Floyd Mayweather, dude.
Yeah. Just to get that off your chest is healthy. So
it helped
process that.
I always like to be open about how I'm feeling.
Well, you look in amazing shape, bro. So you must have been doing all of the work.
Yeah, I really was, bro. My conditioning's fucking, it's good.
Well, I thought you really carried yourself so well into the later rounds, even though obviously early on.
If the fight went 10 to 12 rounds, I think I'd knock him out. I say that in full fucking conviction, bro. I saw him breathing heavy for the first time that 8th round, and it was because I had been leaning on him. I'm 30 pounds heavier, bro. Yeah. Like, no matter how you cut it, me leaning on you, a guy that size is going to get him tired. I don't care how good he is.
The thing is, true boxing heads, they'll back Floyd to the hilt and they'll say, skills, yada, yada, yada. But if they really look into the reality of what they know to be true in boxing, every boxing guy knows when you've got a big guy leaning on you, the longer the fight goes, the more that takes its toll 100%. And the more you'll end up hurting him.
I was coming alive too.
Yeah. And you were getting a second win, but that's 100%. Your age, man. He can't recover like you can.
Age, and that's what we trained for.
Yeah.
Bro, we spar for 12 rounds. By the 12th round, I'm throwing the most probably 120 punches in round 12 in sparring. Like my conditioning's good. I had a little lull in the 4th round, and then second win came back up.
That's the only thing with boxing as a sport is you have to have those. Like even Anthony Joshua will take multiple rounds off because he's a big guy, and that's a fucking long time to throw punches. Even just saying that, mate, Mayweather versus Paul, and you guys in the ring, that was a trip.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. This is crazy, bro. So this first round, I wanted to gauge his reaction and see how quick he really was, whether it was me faking, which I realized very soon. I'm fast twitch as fuck, bro. I'm quick. I'm the fastest man on the planet. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'll never prove it, but I'll continue to say it.
I love it.
And especially with my fakes and a lot of my like jabs are snappy. Like watch, you see me start to up my feints.
He's biting.
And he bites on every single one. You can see
that little toe in his direction was enough to get him jumping.
Yep.
And he's
like come on,
he's not even biting a little bit. He's across the ring by the time you fucking move.
A lot.
Yeah.
And so you can see me like making faces at him. I'm like, oh, this is the goat.
Yeah.
Every single feint, I get like
a huge reaction. And I mean, credit to Floyd. He could probably do that all day because he is, a legend and all of that. But just to even get that level of respect out of him should prove something.
Look at this punch right there. When I dodged that punch and I saw him actually put some effort behind it, and I saw it and I dodged it, I went, holy shit, this guy, he's not the Floyd he used to be. 100%. You
got your tongue out at him straight after that. You're like, okay, I proved something.
Yep.
Yeah. Immediately proved something. Look at that.
Yeah, bro. I hit him with a jab. He went flying across the ring.
The way you reacted there, like, what are you doing?
He does a really good job with me anyways of keeping distance between us.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's why, I feint and he steps 2 feet back and he's away from me. I can't get him.
Every time your toe moves, Floyd is aware of it. Like, he's not, there's nothing going to surprise him. But as you get tired, even Floyd got surprised a few times.
Yeah, he's really good at keeping distance, dude. Yeah. Like it's scary how good he is at it.
You have a great balance between strength, speed, and stamina. You're an all-rounder. You know what I mean? You could probably pick most things up. So I think it says a lot that you've got in there with him and managed to apply yourself for long enough where you could really show a respectable outing for a guy who isn't officially a boxer by comparison to Floyd.
Floyd Mayweather guaranteed that he was going to knock me out.
Yeah, and he couldn't.
You didn't even get fucking close, bro.
Yeah.
In fact, you got smacked up. I busted his eardrum. It's down low shit. No one knows about it, but my boy caught it. His doctor checking out his ear and admitted to his ear being busted.
Yeah, you've got a very
so
good job.
Right here, bro. I hit him with a right there, and I felt him drop a little bit. And Jake goes, he's hurt. So I said, fuck it. This is it.
His head goes down immediately.
A little too far. It wasn't just a roll. It was a little bit of like, okay, I got tagged.
Well, his head's near his fucking ankle when he actually goes down initially.
Because he went to roll.
Yeah.
But he got hit with a good shot. So he went a little lower than he should have. I was like, I think I got him. And I heard Jake go, he's hurt. And I just unloaded the sloppiest barrage of boxing punches you'll ever see in your life.
I know the boxing, experts have highlighted
Bro,
this.
I panicked. In my mind, I just like wobbled one of the greatest fighters of all time. I'm like, I'm going to do whatever the fuck it takes to kill this guy.
And you did what a lot of people would have done, which is exactly why in our podcast beforehand, I remember saying to you, don't go after him in the first round.
I know.
I remember saying over and over, don't.
I know.
But look, how many people have been in there with him where they think they've got him hurt? Of course you're going to pull the trigger. And to be fair, you put some fucking power into this.
Yeah, all these shots hurt.
Yeah.
It's not like you're not going to feel this shit. And I slipped one uppercut right there and
do you know what it is, right? Even just to physically watch a man bully Floyd the way you did then. Yeah, Floyd was defending very well, but the point is he had to cover the fuck up and respect you at that point because you were the hammer and he was the nail, and he had to just take that for a second. And I know it's great from him, but credit to you.
Thank
you know
you.
what I mean? You pushed him into that fucking corner and went after him.
In my opinion, that's where Floyd lost. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, like no winner, right? And he probably won more rounds than me, but like with that being said, I'm the winner of this fight. There's no other way to cut it. I won when I walked in the ring with Floyd, and the fact that he couldn't knock me out, and he's on my highlight reel, and I sent him into retirement. Like, I think it happened because of that barrage in the first round. I think he had to respect me.
Yeah.
Like I'm willing to put it all on the line.
Yeah, he knows that now. And this is the thing. If Floyd wasn't respecting you, he wouldn't have been maintaining the eye contact and the body language he does in the corner. This is for your benefit. It's not for anyone else's. He's psychologically trying to tell you, I'm not bothered by that. And the fact that he's feeling the need to do that, to even play the game, that's respect in some way. Because look at him here.
Just watching me, bro.
Constantly watching you.
Just looking at me.
He wants to see how hard you're breathing. He's analyzing you the whole time. If this is not a man who could just get rid of you anytime he wanted, as many claimed. And Jake doing exactly as you did and giving everything from the sideline.
Well, he's made the second round, Barry.
He's made the second round. That's what they say. Because that's an achievement in their eyes. And that's the thing. The English commentary, shout out to Vidal actually, because Vidal was on our commentary, but an American commentary as well. Whenever YouTubers box, they always seem to take like a level of snobbery towards you guys. Oh, he's made the second round.
It was actually annoying. I got a lot of comments from people that the announcers were overwhelmingly biased in a way that it wasn't cool.
Yeah, because Showtime or Floyd's guys.
You have to respect boxing as a sport, and like it's Floyd Mayweather, he's royalty, and I get it. But like at what point? Like respect the match and that you're watching, and not your preconceived notions, and don't speak on that. Speak on what's taking place.
But boxers will pick and choose because those same people will go, I respect anyone who gets in the ring. Well, then act like it. You know what I mean? He's trying to get a bit closer to you this round.
Yeah. So now he's testing me a little bit. And I felt that, but it's good. He levels up as the fight goes on.
Yeah.
And he
did that to Conor very well.
Yep,
to be fair.
very well. And he tried to do it with me.
Yeah.
You'll see in round. I think it's the end. I think it's either the end of 3 or 4. He covers up and he changes his style. But now he's way more aggressive than he was even the first round by probably like 20-25%.
And that's the thing is that's kind of why I was saying don't use a lot of energy early, because he is great at that.
To be honest with you though, bro, like I'm not going to run out of energy. Like it happened my very first fight, adrenaline dump, but my conditioning is...
No, you can say you're good here. But you're a big guy. You just have to power a much bigger machine than he does.
Yeah.
I think your footwork and your jab, by the way, it's really come on leaps and bounds.
Thank you, bro.
Honestly.
Yeah, I had 8 months to prepare for this, I'd hope I get a little better anyways.
Yeah. No, it's definitely coming on. And my coach, who I was telling you about, Lawrence Oswecki, he's Olympic team boxer. He thinks you're probably the most naturally gifted of all the boxers, arguably. Well, you and Jake, you put up there, but your style is a really hard one to defeat. And I think we haven't really seen how hard you are to beat because you immediately went to Floyd Mayweather after KSI. So a lot of the teachings you've had, like if you'd fought an Austin McBroom, for example, I think then people would get more of an appreciation for the amount that you've improved.
Bro,
because it's hard to say because you've gone up there.
It's Floyd fucking Mayweather,
That's the
dude.
point. Yeah.
Boxing puts me in like I get combative and excited and like my arrogance comes out a little bit, bro. But I truthfully believe I will not be beat after this fight. Surviving and even thriving against Floyd Mayweather, what that does for you mentally, especially in boxing, it's.
Your head movement was very impressive. Yeah.
Thank you. I didn't even get to show it up, bro. This was a C- fight for me. This wasn't because it was Floyd. Like I felt good on that day, but he's so fucking good, bro. It was hard for me to look good.
Exactly. But that's what I'm taking into account when I'm watching this is Floyd Mayweather, and the fact that you're able to evade some of his strikes with just a tiny little flick of the head. It says a lot. Like I say, if it was Austin McBroom in there or one of these other guys, then people would be like, wow, look at how good Logan's gotten. I think you'd have gotten more credit if the competition hadn't have just gone up by such a huge jump, obviously.
So look, this is where his style starts to shift. He brings his hands up and now he's walking in to see what I do. And the style, it's called pressure fighting. And he's not really fighting right now. He's more just putting on the pressure. And then in round 4, he starts fighting from the hands up from the guard.
I think Conor accused this of like, oh, he's fighting like a Mexican now. That's what he would say.
He's a pressure cooker. He's a fucking buzzsaw. When he would hit me in the stomach, bro, I whisper in his ear. I go, "Bitch, I do sit-ups."
I think there's a secret ingredient that you guys have that they aren't really factoring in when they fight you, which is, you might not have the experience in boxing, but you guys are winners at multiple different aspects of your life. And that was a lovely uppercut, by the way. And he smiles
nice
there.
little snuck that one in there.
Boom, he popped his head out.
Baby.
And you see him, he has to appreciate
You gotta acknowledge, bro, I'm a big guy, bro. I don't hit light.
Exactly. People think boxers are superhuman and that sort of stuff, but not all boxers are born winners. Some of these guys are born to be journeymen and they haven't got the mental capacity to get their heads around what it takes to get to the top of any industry. Whereas because you guys have done that, and that was a lovely slip, because you guys have done that, I think that's the X factor of why you're able to do well in these kind of situations, because you know what it takes to win at different things.
At the highest levels, we've done it, dude. Success is a character trait.
Yeah.
And we have it.
And that's the thing I think people can't quite, because with me hanging out with other boxers and I come out with things and they go, oh yeah. And I realize like, just because I'm not a pro fighter doesn't mean I can't give advice in winning. You know what I mean? Having that mentality.
Yep.
Close.
Damn, bro, he kept hugging me and shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I kept hugging him. Because I love him. That's why.
That was a good shot by Floyd.
Yeah,
that was the first good shot, I think, really, of the fight from him, though.
Okay, so now he's throwing from the guard now, and he's got a sick hook from the guard. Yeah. It's a counter punch.
And the commentary are already calling the McGregor fight and saying, Logan's going to slow down and then Floyd's going to take him apart, but that wasn't in the script. This is round 4 where you said you were struggling quite.
So this round 4 was by far the hardest round for me. I was starting to get tired. You can see me leaning over there in the corner. I even told my coaches, they said, how you feeling? I said, I'm tired. And he said, no, you're not. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's the hook from the guard that you were on about.
Yeah.
This is where Floyd thinks he can get you out of there.
This is where he tried to turn on those jets.
Yeah.
I remember being disappointed. I really do, because he was and is so good, that he made it very hard for me to be as good as I am.
And that's the thing is, like I said, against a boxer who had been training the same length of time as you, the angles that you like to pick, the footwork, the accuracy which you can use sometimes. You know, you hit him with a decent shot there. That would have shown so much more.
He bites in these fakes, and then you throw
see?
after, right?
Lovely 1-2.
It's right. It's right here, fake, and then he bite, but his movement is so good, bro. He's like he's water in there, bro.
And also him being a small guy, that is an advantage in terms of avoiding punches because the target's fucking tiny.
Yep.
Compared to how big you are.
He got a tiny head too.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a good chin for a small guy.
Yeah, he really does. He really does.
Oh, that was...
I remember there was one jab. I don't know if this was it, bro.
This is the jab where you
I had this guy looking at the lights.
Yep.
Was it this one?
This must be it. It looks like it. From the hip. There you go.
I think there was another one. That was a good shot though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I took a bit of a page out of KSI's book in this fight.
Yeah, make it rough.
Yeah, bro. I was like, fuck it. This dude's clearly better than me.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. I'm gonna hold him. I'm gonna grab him, and I'm gonna swing for the fences.
And that's got to be applauded. You know, you took a different attitude.
He fucking starched me there, bro. That was his two straight two. Zink. Damn, that was a good shot.
But this is the thing.
It was good to watch. Feeling it is nothing.
How did that feel?
Nothing.
Pain?
Nothing.
No?
There was one face shot and one body shot that I was like,
Okay, because he has not been a knockout puncher, obviously, but we wonder at this age in his life, what has he got in the tank for a guy who's big as you?
Yeah.
You took the punches well. Ultimately, that's the only thing anyone can say. You must have done a lot of rounds and sparring and taking
12.
Yeah.
12 rounds for 12, 13 rounds.
Every time.
Bro, right here, I'm fucking pissed. They were not on a cleaner angle. He misses. Whip.
Oh, that's such a good shot.
Bro, I licked my glove and spanked his ass, dude. I went and smacked his ass.
The fact that you slipped, Floyd, as good as you did, as big as you are, I couldn't believe more people didn't make a big deal about that. That was unbelievable, man. Look at you. Fucking slipping Floyd Mayweather's punches. You're 200 pounds. He missed you completely.
Yeah.
And there.
Yeah.
Again with the jab.
My reflexes are pretty sharp.
For sure. You know what it is, right? I know there's a lot of chat about Tommy Fury fighting Jake Paul.
Yeah.
I think you do really well against Tommy Fury. I think he'd really struggle with you.
It's not a fucking fight.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I can talk my shit all I want. I don't really give a fuck anymore. Like,
I just don't think he'd hit you a lot. I think that would be a real problem for him.
Bro, let me tell you this, bro. The dude Tommy Fury sparred or beat.
Yeah, the little guy.
Bro, I had been drinking for 45 days straight after the Floyd fight. I come back to Puerto Rico and I'm like, I'll spar today. First time since Floyd. I sparred the kid Tommy fought. He didn't make it out of the first round.
Okay.
In sparring. With headgear on and 16-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
Tommy couldn't finish him in 4 rounds with 10 ounces. Get the fuck out of here. Bro, it's not even... there are levels to this shit, bro. And like, I'm not here to play these games.
His last name, being Fury, is deluding people into thinking what they're saying in comparison to you and Jake. They're automatically thinking, oh, Fury will win just because he's a Fury.
Do people think he's going to win?
Oh, a lot of people think he is the real boxer and that Jake and Logan Paul are the pretend boxers.
Bro, I was watching his fight. Literally, like, it was very clear he's still an amateur. He is an amateur, right? Like, you mentioned it yourself, I am, like, athletically and genetically gifted and built for primal combat. And so is he. But he lacks that.
I don't think he's got coordination.
There's something that he lacks.
I feel like the reason he gets clipped a lot is because when he throws, he leaves himself wide open, and
I've never seen his fights, but from what I saw,
I mean, you've seen him fight that sparring partner. That's enough, really. I mean, you've seen what he's like.
I knew in the first round, I was like, "This is not. There's levels to this shit, bro," and he's just not on mine.
Because it looks like he's going to fight Jake next, by the looks of it.
He's gonna get fucking murdered, absolutely murdered. And again, anyone who thinks otherwise is. Whatever.
And another slip from Logan Paul and another. And Floyd's chasing, but he's not hitting much here. He thinks he's smiling a lot. I think he thought he had you at that point. He thought you were on the way out.
I think he was having fun, bro. Because every time he get me a little bit, I'd swing back. Look at me. This is it, bro. 4th round, I'm like, here we go.
This is it.
There comes a moment in every fight. Ooh, this is the shot. Ready? Eardrum.
Good douche. I like that. That is it, mate. You punched Floyd Mayweather right in the fucking head.
I still have to put that clip on the impulsive intro.
Oh, that's got to go on there.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Got a thick skull, dude.
Yeah, you take it well, mate.
I fall in the 1 percentile as far as the cranium density.
Who hits harder, KSI or Floyd Mayweather?
KSI for sure. For sure. Not even a competition, bro. He clean shots. I was like, cool. Cool. Good job. KSI, I'm like, yo, keep my fucking face away from those hands.
You were definitely, you were more aggressive against Floyd. You were more on your bike even against JJ, I would say. Obviously, that was a different version of you quite a long time ago. Yep. You're over the halfway mark.
Yeah, and I was surprised that he didn't keep up the pressure style for a long period of time. Like, he kept it up a little bit during this round and even the next round in 6th, and then he stopped completely.
I feel like there's a massive drop-off in energy from Floyd right now. He's a master of getting the most out of very little. So his steps alone have changed completely.
Bro, that combo right there, that 1-2... It was the first like normal combo that I've thrown in this fight. I just didn't throw straight punches, you know?
Yeah, which I'm sure was part of the game plan, given the reach that you've got. But I guess landing on him, though, is tricky.
He's
so
all
over
hard,
the place.
bro.
His head's... Ooh,
he's so
he got
hard
you with a nice hook, yeah?
A hook, yeah.
On the left hook again. And it's that from the guard. He's old manning you in that way. Because I've had that before when you're in the ring with an older guy and, you know, he's got those old tricks where the minute you flinch, he knows exactly when to detonate. And everyone's on their feet thinking you're about to go down or whatever. I don't know, but you're composed, working hard, lovely slip, keeping a hold of him.
Yeah, this is where it gets sloppy. Sorry, all.
Mate, you got to.
Fighting Floyd Mayweather is hard.
Absolutely. You got to keep going.
It's hard to do.
Yeah. You got you with a nice uppercut there.
Yeah. This is where I
took it well, though.
Gotta rely on my chin a little bit.
Yeah.
I definitely took this round off.
I think he did as well, though.
A little bit, but he like
his output was higher, but he for sure isn't having the same intensity.
Yeah.
The commentators are giving you some credit, saying, you know, at this point they'd expect you to be like a lunatic, just falling all over the shop with exhaustion, but you actually have kept it together. You've stayed composed, and I felt good for you knowing that you were finally getting, you know, the right kind of respect there, because it was clear that there was not going to be a Conor McGregor level of breaking you down and all of that. He just couldn't. I think by this round he knew it wasn't going to happen for him. 3-2, Jake says. Logan's up.
Nah, maybe not. I don't know. He's a little biased. It was really cool to see Floyd work the body as much as he did, because as a newer fighters don't often focus on body work. You know, it was really cool to see an expert in the cut doing it to me.
He's trying to zap you for sure and chop you down, but you do sit-ups. It's all good.
I do sit-ups,
you
dude.
do sit-ups. It's fine.
A lot of them. Too. So many of them.
What kind of miles are you running for a fight like this regularly? Or was that not
between
part of
4 and 6? A lot of running. Yeah, a lot of running. Yeah,
daily.
3 times a week.
3 times a week.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Get out there. Lovely. You're doing a lot of things right here, bro. You know what I mean? I know you're giving yourself critique when you watch it back, but
yeah,
you know, your instincts kicked in.
Yeah. So this is also where I started to come alive more.
Yeah.
And get some energy.
Yes. And the commentator saying you're doing yourself proud.
Yeah.
So that was a nice little jab that you snuck in there.
Yeah, it's what we talked about, right? It's a reset. It's a reset, and bro, no, even if you're hitting gloves, it's still something. It gets him thinking, makes him afraid to throw.
You're getting through here.
Yeah, and so maybe this is, I'm watching it back now, maybe this is why he dropped his hands after this round, because he found it to be less effective as I had more energy, and he definitely was losing his.
Even for Floyd, keeping your arms up for that length of time and throwing all those punches, it is going to tire him out as well. That's the commentators turning on him a little bit, right? We're round 6 and the commentators are saying maybe Floyd should have got him out of here by now. So, you know.
He should have, bro. Yeah. I'm a fucking YouTuber, bro. You're the greatest fighter of all time.
Second pro fight after 1 loss, officially. 50 wins for him?
Bro, I have no wins. Like, what? Like, I was the tomato can. You should have starched me, and you didn't.
Yeah, I love it. And that was the thing for me. That's why I made that video right there. Logan Paul, the real winner against Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I capitalized on that. Vidal's voice in here, we can hear saying the weight difference clearly, more of a problem for Floyd than it was thought to have been.
Yeah, see, I didn't think it was going to be because when I heard about his sparring sessions, they were all guys my height and size, and he fucked them up, dude, with, again, 16-ounce gloves and head guards on. Like,
have you thought about another fight? I know you're partying right now, so.
I have. Not only look, I'm partying because I'm doing something. I know who my next opponent is.
Okay. Is he a fighter or an influencer?
Fighter.
Okay. Are you allowed to say?
No.
Okay. Can I ask who it is? You can say no. Is it Anderson Silva?
No.
Okay, cool.
No.
He just knocked Tito Ortiz out. So
I saw.
Pretty
Clean.
happy about that.
Clean.
Yeah, he looked fucking good.
Yeah. Anderson does look good.
Yeah, for his age, he looks spectacular.
I agree. He's kind of leading the charge.
Yeah.
Tito looked like fucking shit. Vitor Belfort looked like fucking shit. Bro, did he call out Jake for $25 million?
Who? Vitor?
Yeah.
The thing about Vito is he's known as some of the fastest hands in MMA history. And he also holds the record for being the youngest UFC champion ever officially. I think John Jones and him.
How old is he now?
He's 44. He was 21 when he won the title.
Yeah, you can tell. Because his hands aren't fast anymore.
Well, Vito is known for juicing to the fucking gills.
Sick.
Sick. Yeah, they actually nicknamed a version of him TRT Vito because of the testosterone replacement therapy he basically used. And Michael Bisping, obviously, huge UK MMA legend. He had his eye damaged by a head kick from Vito when Vito was juiced to fuck. Mike Bisping obviously never taken anything in his life, so there's a history there of bad shit. With Vito. Anyone who does take that fight, I encourage strict drug testing.
Yeah.
But I mean, Vito is a name. That's the thing, and I think for you guys, it's just getting a fair fight.
But is he
compared to
But I don't want to be a fucking full-on professional boxer.
Exactly.
I literally have no interest in doing that.
Yeah.
I have an interest in putting on the biggest shows in the world, and Vitor Belfort is not that.
Anderson would make for an interesting
he's
one.
still not that. It's more interesting, but it's still. Here's why. Here's what I have to weigh. Ready? How good is the guy, and how much are they bringing to the table? Anderson is very good as a boxer, and he doesn't bring that much to the table.
Unfortunately, you're right, because despite Anderson being one of the greats, he never had the pay-per-views of a Brock Lesnar or a Conor McGregor. I hear you.
Bro, it's risk reward. It's a fucking business. I've no.
Oh, man.
Would I fight Anderson Silva? Yes. Do I think I could beat him? Yes. Am I going to? Probably not.
Yeah, it's what Chael Sonnen always says is get the easiest guy for the biggest check.
Bingo. Come on. Smarter, not harder, baby. Why the fuck would I come on.
Yeah, I hear that. The thing about Anderson that would be cool, and I think you could do this, is some sort of training video with him would be sick. Saying like you're the first famous guy I ever got a picture with. Yeah, well, teach me some skills. That could be cool.
That's why also fighting him would be fun. Like for that reason alone, I kind of want to fight him.
Yeah,
like, bro. By the way, it might happen. It might. By the way, it probably fucking will, unless I have some like change of heart.
Yeah.
And not next though.
Right. So you've got your next guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got someone else in mind.
Any time frame in mind?
Nah, I don't know. I'm on some other shit right now.
Wait and see what happens with this. You're killing the crypto world right now.
Yeah.
Here it is. End of round 7, and you're looking very fresh, very confident, throwing that jab out. Floyd is on the edge of it. He's not closing you down the way he was. He's clearly accepted he's not going to finish you. The level of risk Floyd's taken has gone down as well.
Yeah. I threw way too many looping punches, dude.
It's hard to time those when you've got big long arms like you as well against a short guy. Those straight punches probably a lot easier.
Yeah, and also I'd throw them because when I would, I'd kind of just fall onto him, and it wastes his energy.
Yeah, it works either way, I suppose. You could see end of that round, Floyd is content to just go the distance now. He knows he can't get you out of there.
Yeah, and I was surprised by that too, dude.
The smile on his face is not there now. Interesting. Yeah, he goes, work the jab. He goes, I can't.
It's hard to hit him with a jab.
Yeah. He's not the same guy he was at the start of that fight.
Yeah, and he admitted that before the fight started. You know, that was the whole shtick. Let's see what a GOAT looks like when they're no longer in their prime.
Yeah.
Against a guy who's like an athlete and just picked up a new sport. This is where my length, like especially now in this 8th round, and my confidence was going up. And I realized I was like, yo, I'm not only am I gonna finish this fucking fight out right now, but like this guy's getting tired and I'm literally like warming up.
No, you can see that you've got some good spring in your step there. You're getting a second wind. You're looking fine. I had no worry about you.
Yeah.
I was not like, oh my God, it's a final round. You know.
The deeper these fights go for me, the better. Yeah. I might actually do 10, 12 round fights from now on.
That would benefit you though, because how many people are as athletic as you are? Like, even pro fighters, a lot of them are tough guys, don't get me wrong, but you are gifted.
Jake and I are always very honest with each other about our ability, and he's always like, my conditioning's always been, it's never been the thing besides that first, well, that wasn't a conditioning thing.
I think that was more the occasion for sure.
Yeah, bro.
Looking at you in the second fight and now this fight, you clearly don't have stamina problems.
Yeah.
But anyone has wobbly legs and nerves going through them early on. The fact that this is your 3rd fight and you were able to show this level of composure, even this, you know, like I was saying about my boxing coach, he was like, I'm not, I've had 100 amateur fights, 10 pro fights, and even I would be nervous as fuck for an event like this. You know? So I don't think people, unless you're a boxer yourself, a lot of people are never going to give you the credit for that because they just don't get what the fuck you're going through here.
And I have no problem with that.
Yeah, it's not their fault. It's just they don't know.
Yep.
To be the whole fucking show at your stage of your career is quite something.
Yeah. It's a dream come true, to be honest, bro. Like, all of this is just so surreal.
Yep. Landing the jab. Floyd just on the end of it, not committing, not really taking many chances.
That's how this is the 8th round.
This is where he should be given life and death.
100%, bro.
You're feeling it now, aren't you?
100%, bro. This was I was literally about to enter flow state.
Yeah. I do think a few more rounds would have been good for you for sure.
I go, you see that? That's your legacy. Goodbye.
What's he saying, Matt? Can you remember?
Try to read his lips.
Hey, well done, bro.
Let's go.
Hey, you did well. I hope you're proud of that.
Yeah, mission accomplished. Yeah, of course I'm proud. I'm prouder of doing it and getting it done more than my performance. But still, not getting knocked out is a win.
When I watch this back, I don't know what was going through your head. Like, emotionally, how were you feeling at the end of the bend of the round?
Perplexed, honestly, perplexed, really? and confused because, like, why me, dude? Like, I'm getting goosebumps again. Like, why?
Guys, test my skills just to have some fun. Great young fighter, strong, tough. Better than I thought he was.
He's better than I thought he was.
He said that through gritted teeth.
Exceed expectations, bro.
He wanted to say, I'm the best. I told you I'm the best. There's no humility in Floyd Mayweather. Anyone believes that, you ain't been watching long enough. Fuck off. This is what surprised me, is immediately here, your emotions, I don't know, but like, you look almost a little drained because you've maybe gone through so much, like you're almost like not sure what to feel.
Bingo.
Yeah.
It's hard to put into words, dude. I've been through so much shit. Like, bro, at one point, legitimately was the most hated person on the planet.
Yeah, I can remember.
And to go from like that space to this, like, on paper, that's impossible. On paper, that's fucking impossible. To just become the most hated person on the planet is impossible. I did it. I'm not proud of it, but I accidentally I did it. Whatever, dude. Like, I accept it. It happened.
Yeah.
And then to do this, again, on paper is impossible. And I managed to do both. And it like the journey was insane. And afterwards, it's all so hard to download that I kind of just shut down. And
yeah, it's a lot for one person to process that, even to be in the position to become that hated is strangely hard to do. But then to recover from that is even harder. And you did all of that. Because in a short time.
To recover from that took a major character development and a commitment to bettering myself that was hard. It's fucking hard to change who you are. Mm-hmm. I had to. I was a butthole of a human, you know. And I was proud of the fight, but I guess I was more just like, I did have to pat myself on the back and take a second to just be proud of what just happened.
You should, bro. Honestly, Jake's giving you those words.
You didn't have any steam. You didn't give a. Maybe 1 or 2 body shots, bro, but it's Floyd Mayweather. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, bro.
Hey, we love it. You love to say it.
So funny.
You love to say it. They're on top of the world.
Hey, you all right? Yeah.
Everyone, all of his close friends around him with all their watches on. Thanks, Floyd. We love you, Floyd.
Of course you do.
Don't worry, Floyd. We'll not let anyone hit you on the street. We'll look after you. Just keep giving us those Rolexes.
I really don't think this. I mean, it didn't. I don't think it meant anything to him. You know, it didn't, bro. It was another fight. He doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, for me, it was everything. You know.
Yeah.
It's cool. This will set me up for the rest of my life.
100%. This is part of in the book. This is a chapter.
100%.
Huge turning point.
Yeah.
What just happened? By far the most significant, special moment of my life. And
hey, look at you, man.
I'm not done. This fight was not just about me.
Fucking hell, mate.
Everyone in this room knows you can't do it without a team. I have the best team in the world. If you contributed to my life in any way, thank you. This moment is so special to me. I don't know where I'm gonna go from here, but I know it's gonna be way up, and I couldn't have done it without y'all. So thank you.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, mate.
It's a lot.
And do you know what it is? When I first interviewed you, you know, you talk about change.
Yeah.
That I literally interviewed you when you were in the eye of the storm, obviously the original interview we did. You could never have spoken like that then. You would never have been able to open up and just let it all come out and just say, here's how I'm feeling.
Yep. I got humbled. Then I took up boxing. That changed my life. And then the podcast as well. Like just getting to talk to so many people from so many different walks of life and truly like be just a student of experience and leading with gratitude and acknowledging those around you who helped you achieve your success.
You're not saying how great am I, you're saying thank you for making me.
It's not, bro. I am a vessel of my goals and the people around me.
Yeah, you're the vehicle, but there's a lot going into it. That was a great chat. I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Hell yeah, bro. That's crazy.
This is the Pain Game Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe for more. It's on iTunes. It's on all of them, you know, Spotify and that. And hopefully I will be interviewing Logan ahead of his next huge fight. No doubt that'll take over the world.
Yes, it will.
I like it. And we'll have you back on again, bro.
Cool. Cheers. Appreciate you, Geordie.
Peace. Thanks a lot.